Well, hello everybody, I'm Laura with More Injury Funding. I have some really exciting news. I want to introduce to everybody my podcast titled It's Time for More Injury Funding. How did I come to the idea of the podcast? Well, there are really several reasons. First off, I'm one of those constant listeners and admirers of different podcasts, and I've been like that for years. I usually listen to medical, legal, technological, historical podcasts, anything where that I can learn from, grab knowledge and just expand my life and just expand my knowledge. So I planted the idea of podcast or starting my own podcast actually at the very beginning of the pandemic. However, there were some other priorities to take care of, and so it really finally matured and materialized into a product now available on 9 different podcast hubs just recently. And I'll let you know what those hubs are, where my podcast is available to listen to. What is the main idea of the podcast? My background in the medical education and having worked in the medical profession for over 10 years, combined with an extended experience in the personal injury space, along with my internal drive or driving force for the love of people, and especially those injured and suffering financially, physically, and mentally, had led me to seriously consider, what is my purpose in life? What can I offer to the world with all the knowledge and experience that I have? The final answer came after I had been injured in a car wreck myself and experienced and went through a physical and emotional pain, which I don't wish to anybody. I knew that then and there, that was the purpose of my life, and that was specifically to help injured and suffering people in the capacity of providing them with pre-settlement funding, medical treatment financing, post-settlement funding, case financing, and law firm financing during the time span of a litigation until a fair settlement is reached. That is exactly how my legal funding company started, titled More Injury Funding. And that also in turn gave birth to my podcast, It's Time for More Injury Funding. My podcast is still available on 9 podcast hubs, including Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeart, and a few more. Tune in, follow me, like, download, and subscribe, and let's learn from each other and make this world a better place. One episode at a time, one guest at a time, one click at a time.